I know you're talking in there about just how many people this could impact. You said that number, 135 billion pounds lost by midterms next year. What impact do you think this is going to have on Americans?
Well, 135 million pounds dramatically changes the architecture of illness in America, because so much of what we pay for, it's probably a quarter of the total healthcare bill, is related to obesity and its downstream complications, which include hypertension, diabetes, renal failure, strokes, heart attacks. All those things are problematic. And so if we can be smart about this, we'll actually use these medications to drop the amount of total healthcare spend that we'll have to incur. In fact, I'm making a prediction based on what my great team has told me, which is within 2 years of the ink drying in that Oval Office, we'll actually, for the American taxpayer, be saving money. That's how impactful these medications will be. Now, again, you have to do diet and exercise and sleep and all the things that go along with a healthy long-term lifestyle. But the ability to jumpstart yourself towards being more fit and lose, on average, in many of these studies, 20% of your weight, dramatically changes your chance of having these chronic illnesses that cost us a lot of money, but also cost us a lot of American lives.
That's perfect. I mean, is there anything else you wanted to say about it? I know you probably have to get going, but I just wanted to...
Most favored nation as a construct is really important for Americans to understand. We today, for the same product made in the same factory, put in the same bottle, pay 3 times more than that same product in Europe. That's why the president's so gung-ho about dealing with this inequity. And when you go to these major companies and you tell them, hey, what's the story? How can you defend this? They look at you and say, well, you caught us, you know? We knew someday someone would come knocking, and it took the president to do that. So Most Favored Nation now has unlocked immense opportunities. We have better fertility drug pricing. More Americans can make Trump babies. We have the opportunity to drop 135 million pounds so people just feel better about themselves, and we drop illnesses. But also, most importantly, we can still allow innovation, let these companies make really cutting-edge ideas work well at that price that's affordable for the American people. And the best news of all I got today in the Oval Office, I cornered one of the executives, is we're going to have the pills, not the shots anymore, the pills for weight loss by March. And they'll cost $150. So we really are making this very affordable for the American people, not just the affluent folks on the Upper East Side, but anyone who can hear my voice now. I saw that he was starting to fall back a bit and then fall forward. You know, that wobbliness is never a good scene, especially in the Oval Office where you're usually at attention paying, standing upright. And so I grabbed him. The most important thing you learn in medical school, but you should learn it if you're not a doctor as well, is just get people to the ground safely. So I bear hugged him, and with some colleagues who were standing next to me, Secretary Kennedy and others, we lowered him slowly to the ground. So far he's doing well, but I'll tell you a story it speaks loudly to the kind of person the president is. So I wanted to speak to the wife, to let her know what was happening, but also comfort her. And the president saw me in the corridor, and he came over and said, "Who are you talking to?" I said, sort of sheepishly, "I'm talking to the wife." And he said, "Give me that phone." He talked to her and got her much calmer than I could have ever done. And I just think he's just a wonderful human being that he would take time. He could have gone off and done 10 other things, but he actually cared that the wife of a man who he's never met before felt in a safer place. He remembers the forgotten folks.
He's okay and everything? Was it just dehydration?
He's been taken to excellent care, and I don't get ahead of I'm sure they're going to make announcements soon.